sweet. I wanna lick the rapper. So oh, get a mama and a swag like mine. She even wear a herd on a rag like mine. I make her feel right when it's wrong like mine. Man, she never had a lose like mine. But man, I ain't never seen.
So many mothers in my audience have said to please ask you this question.
Yeah.
Why do you always grab your crotch?
Why do I grab my crotch?
Yeah, why? We think you got a thing with your crotch going on.
I think it happens subliminally.
Mm-hmm.
When I dance, if you're a dancer, you know, you're just interpreting the sounds and the accompaniment of the music. If there's a driving bass, you become the bass. If there's a cello, if there's a string, you become that. So you become the emotion of what that sound is, okay? So if I'm doing a movement and I go bam and I grab myself, it's the music that compels me to do it. It's not saying I'm getting ready to grab down there and it's not a great play. You don't think about it, it just happens. Sometime I'll look back at the footage and I'll go, did I do that?
Yeah.
So I'm slave to the rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think the alarm's going off in the house. I don't know why. But we're going to fix it in a minute. We're in live television, so we're going to go to break. These things happen.
And then several days later, you know, the whole...
Where did that come from?
From above.
Wayne quit, cause Wayne win and they lose. I call them April babies, cause they fools. And when they snooze, we up, feet up like a paraplegic or paraplegic. A parallel park in a red and yellow thing, old school Atlanta Hawk. Like I'm from Cali Park, but I'm from Holly Grove. Now all my bloods.
impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
Oh, goddamn hacker, that second damn night that asshole's cut in.
The movement was begun 8 months ago by a small group of scientists who discovered, quite by accident, these signals being sent through...
He's giving me a headache. Yeah, tell me about it. Must took the hackers months to figure out how to do this.
The poor and the underclass are growing. Racial justice and human rights are non-existent. They have created a repressive society, and we are their unwitting accomplices. Their intention to rule rests with the annihilation of consciousness. We have been lulled into a trance. They have made us indifferent to ourselves, to others. We are focused only on our own gain. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered. That is their primary method of survival. Keep us asleep, keep us selfish, keep us sedated.
They use their tongues to deceive. The venom of snakes is under their lips. Their mouths are full of bitterness and curses. And in their paths, nothing but ruin and misery. And the fear of God is not before their eyes. They have taken the hearts and minds of our leaders. They have recruited the rich and the powerful. And they have blinded us to the truth. Our human spirit is corrupted. Why do we worship greed? Because outside the limit of our sight, feeding off us, perched on top of us from birth to death, are our owners. Our owners. They have us. They control us. They are our masters. Wake up. They're all about you, all around you.
Are we going to let them live us, or are we going to live them? Are we going to live life, or are we going to allow life to live us? Because most people allow life to live them because of these reactive processes.
Well, that's what John Carpenter is saying is they live, the controllers, we sleep. We're sleeping when we're in the reptilian brain, also tied into sleep. We are unconscious. We're really dead. And they live. It's all a big joke to them.
The idea of the conspiracy is to pull people's sense of awareness, the point from which they observe the world, from consciousness, which is not in this world, it is observing and experiencing this world through the body, to pull that point of awareness into the body. Because once it does that, it's pulled you into the computer level of awareness, the computer level of sense of reality. And what that does, it pulls you into all the programs that are running through the body, like software programs. And these are all reaction programs which get you to react to data, i.e. situations they create in the world, in precisely the way they want us to react. So we become little more than biological robots, which is naturally the defense is up once the conscious mind is aware of the game it's involved in. And we need to understand the fundamental significance to the whole conspiracy of something called the reptilian brain. The reptilian brain is where we get, along with other parts of the brain, but massively the reptilian brain, our survival instincts. The reptilian brain is basically stupid.
The system knows how to program it with hormones and drugs and war and feedback and sex. When they use sex to sell Calvin Klein jeans, they are going at your primitive sexual centers in your lower brain. This is all a fact. And just to get the public to realize they're being bombarded.
And the reptilian brain, interestingly, if we get into this way that people are programmed, communicates through images. This is why images in advertising are so powerful in their manipulation of the reptilian brain, which, as you quite rightly point out, is the sexual center. Why? Because with the reptilian brain, you have to keep one word in your mind all the time: survival. It's all about survival. So it perceives the need for sexual reproduction as part of its survival. That's understandable. But also, it sees in the world that we live in money as fundamental to its survival. So addictions come from the reptilian brain, addiction to money, addiction to sex, addiction to drugs. And then you look at the survival mechanisms and how they play out through problem, reaction, solution. When they say, oh, swine flu, pandemic, what are they saying that to? They're saying it to the survival responses in the reptilian brain of, oh my God, survival, do something. Yes, compulsory vaccination. Yes, anything. Terrorism. Oh, yes, war on terror. Weapons of mass destruction. Yes, invade Iraq. Oh, yes, anything. Oh, my God. It's all through the reptilian brain because they understand how it works. And we need to understand how it works because once we do that, the defense mechanisms start to go up. And also, we can start to observe our own behavior.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.